80-year of wisdom in 13 minutes. Advice from the elderly. The value of experience. Over the course of our lives, we accumulate countless experiences that shape our understanding of the world and our place in it. Elderly people, with decades of life under their belts, have a perspective that can only be gained over time. Their stories, mistakes, and triumphs offer invaluable lessons that can guide us in our own lives. By listening to those who have lived long and full lives, we can avoid common pitfalls, make better decisions, and live more fulfilling lives. This video aims to summarize the wisdom of an 80-year life, focusing on key areas such as money, health, relationships, and personal growth. These insights are not just theoretical, but are based on real-life experiences that have been tested and proven over decades. Whether you're just starting out on your journey or already on the right track, this guide offers timeless advice that can help you navigate life's complexities. 2. Money. Lessons from a lifetime. Early years. The foundations of financial wisdom. Learning the value of money. One of the first lessons in life is understanding the value of money. For many, this lesson begins in childhood, often through small allowances or the first job. The elderly often recount how they learned to appreciate every penny, understanding that money was hard-earned and not to be wasted. These early experiences form the foundation of financial discipline that serves them throughout life. Saving versus us is spending. From a young age, the importance of saving is drilled into many. The adage, "Save for a rainy day," is more than just a saying. It is a strategy that has allowed many to weather financial storms. The elderly often emphasize the importance of living below one's means, saving a portion of every income, and avoiding unnecessary expenditures. This approach not only builds financial security, but also instills a sense of control over one's financial future. Investing wisely. In the early stages of life, the concept of investing may seem distant or complex. However, those who have lived through market booms and busts understand the importance of making informed investment decisions. The elderly often advise starting early, even with small amounts, and focusing on long-term growth rather than short-term gains. They highlight the importance of diversification, understanding market trends, and not putting all eggs in one basket. Midlife financial management. Navigating the complexities. The power of compound interest. As one progresses through life, the power of compound interest becomes more evident. This principle, which allows investments to grow exponentially over time, is a cornerstone of wealth accumulation. The elderly often stress the importance of starting to save and invest early, even if the amounts are small. Over decades, the power of compound interest can turn modest savings into a substantial nest egg. Avoiding debt. One of the most crucial lessons from those who have lived through economic downturns is the danger of debt. While credit can be a useful tool, it is also a double-edged sword. The elderly often share stories of how they avoided or managed debt, focusing on living within their means and avoiding the temptation of easy credit. They emphasize paying off debts quickly, especially high-interest debts, and only borrowing what one can realistically repay. Real estate and property. For many, real estate has been a cornerstone of financial security. The elderly often discuss the importance of owning property, not just as a place to live, but as a long-term investment. They highlight the benefits of home ownership, including the potential for appreciation, the security of having a paid-off home in retirement, and the ability to leverage property equity for other investments. However, they also caution against over-leveraging and the risks of real estate markets. Later years and retirement. Ensuring a comfortable life. Preparing for retirement. As retirement approaches, the focus shifts to ensuring that the years of saving and investing pay off. The elderly often stress the importance of planning for retirement early, including understanding pension plans, contributing to retirement accounts, and considering long-term care insurance. They advise on creating a retirement budget that accounts for potential healthcare costs, inflation, and a lower income than during working years. Living within your means. One of the most common pieces of advice from the elderly is the importance of living within one's means, especially in retirement. With a fixed income, it is crucial to adjust one's lifestyle to ensure that savings last. This might involve downsizing, cutting unnecessary expenses, and focusing on enjoying the simple pleasures of life. The elderly often highlight the peace of mind that comes from knowing one can comfortably afford their lifestyle without financial stress. Passing on wealth. As the end of life approaches, thoughts often turn to the legacy one will leave behind. The elderly emphasize the importance of planning for inheritance, including writing a will, considering trusts, and communicating wishes to family members. They also discuss the importance of balancing the desire to help the next generation with the need to ensure one's financial security in the later years. 3. Health, the pillar of a long life. Physical health, maintaining the body. Nutrition and diet. Over the decades, the understanding of nutrition and diet has evolved significantly. The elderly have often seen firsthand how different diets impact health and longevity. They may have witnessed the transition from traditional diets rich in whole foods to more processed diets and the corresponding rise in lifestyle diseases. The advice from those who have lived long lives often centers around the importance of a balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. They emphasize moderation, avoiding excesses, and the benefits of home-cooked meals over processed foods. Exercise. The key to longevity. Physical activity is a common thread among those who live long, healthy lives. The elderly often share stories of how they remained active throughout their lives, whether through work, sports, or daily routines. They emphasize that regular exercise, even if it's just walking, is crucial for maintaining mobility, strength, and overall health. The advice is often to stay consistent, find activities you enjoy, and make exercise a regular part of your life rather than seeing it as a chore. Preventive care, a stitch in time. Saves 9. Preventive care is another critical aspect of maintaining health over the long term. The elderly often stress the importance of regular checkups, screenings, and vaccinations. They have seen the consequences of neglecting health, whether through untreated conditions or lack of early intervention. The advice is to take health seriously, address issues as they arise, and work closely with healthcare providers to maintain good health. Mental health, caring for the mind. Stress management, the silent killer. Stress is a significant factor in many health issues, and the elderly often have a wealth of experience in managing it. They may discuss how they dealt with stress in their careers, family life, and personal challenges. Common advice includes finding healthy outlets for stress, such as hobbies, exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. They also emphasize the importance of not letting stress build up and seeking help when needed. Staying mentally active, use it or lose it. Keeping the mind sharp is as important as maintaining physical health. The elderly often share how they stayed mentally active through reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or engaging in social activities. They emphasize that mental decline is not an inevitable part of aging, and that staying intellectually engaged can significantly delay cognitive decline. The advice is to keep challenging your mind, stay curious, and never stop learning. Social connections, the glue of mental health. Human connections play a vital role in mental health, especially as one ages. The elderly often stress the importance of maintaining relationships, whether with family, friends, or community groups. They discuss how loneliness can be detrimental to both mental and physical health, and the importance of staying socially active. The advice is to nurture relationships, seek out social opportunities, and be open to forming new connections even later in life. Aging gracefully, embracing the golden years. Accepting physical limitations. Aging with dignity. Aging brings physical changes that can be challenging to accept. The elderly often speak about the importance of embracing these changes rather than resisting them. They advise focusing on what one can do rather than what one can't, and finding ways to adapt to physical limitations. This might involve using assistive devices, modifying activities, or finding new hobbies that are less physically demanding. The role of attitude, positivity in enlightening. A positive attitude is often cited as a key to aging well. The elderly emphasize the importance of staying optimistic, finding joy in the small things, and maintaining a sense of humor. They advise against dwelling on the negatives, and instead focusing on the opportunities that aging can bring, such as more time for hobbies, family, or self-reflection. End-of-life planning, a final act of love. One of the most challenging but necessary aspects of aging is planning for the end of life. The elderly often discuss the importance of making arrangements early, including advance directives, wills, and funeral planning. They emphasize that doing so is not only a way to ensure that one's wishes are respected, but also a final act of love for the family, sparing them from difficult decisions during a stressful time. 4. Relationships, the core of human experience. Family, the foundation of life. Parenting, raising the next generation. For many, one of the most significant and rewarding experiences in life is raising children. The elderly often have a wealth of advice on parenting, drawn from their own experiences and those of others. Common themes include the importance of patience, setting a good example, and providing love and support without being overbearing. They emphasize that while parenting can be challenging, it is also one of the most fulfilling roles one can have. Marriage and partnerships. The art of longevity. Maintaining a long-term relationship requires work, compromise, and understanding. The elderly often share the secrets to a lasting marriage, including the importance of communication, mutual respect, and maintaining a sense of individuality within the partnership. They discuss the challenges that arise over decades and how they overcame them, often stressing the importance of seeing the relationship as a partnership where both individuals contribute equally. Grandparenting, a second chance at parenting. For many, becoming a grandparent is a highlight of later life. The elderly often speak about the joy of having grandchildren and the unique role they play in their lives. They discuss how grandparenting allows them to pass on wisdom, provide support to their children, and experience the joy of childhood again through their grandchildren's eyes. The advice often centers around being present, offering guidance without interference, and building strong, loving relationships with grandchildren. Friendships, the lifelong bonds. Maintaining long-term friendships, the value of loyalty. Friendships, especially those that last a lifetime, are incredibly valuable. The elderly often discuss how they maintained friendships over the years, even as life took them in different directions. They emphasize the importance of loyalty, understanding, and being there for each other through good times and bad. The advice is to nurture friendships, make time for friends, and appreciate the unique bond that true friendship provides. Building new connections, staying socially active. As life changes, so too do social circles. The elderly often share how they made new friends in later life, whether through community groups, hobbies, or simply reaching out to others. They emphasize that it's never too late to build new connections, and that staying socially active is crucial for mental and emotional well-being. The advice is to be open to new experiences, seek out social opportunities, and not be afraid to step out of one's comfort zone. Community involvement, the importance of giving back. Giving back, the joy of volunteering. One of the most rewarding aspects of life is giving back to the community. The elderly often share stories of how they volunteered their time, skills, or resources to help others. They emphasize that volunteering not only benefits the community, but also provides a sense of purpose and fulfillment. The advice is to find a cause you're passionate about and to give back in whatever way you can, whether it's through volunteering, mentoring, or simply being a good neighbor. Social engagement, the role of community in aging. Staying engaged with the community is crucial for maintaining a sense of belonging and purpose in later life. The elderly often discuss how they stayed connected with their community, whether through religious groups, clubs, or social organizations. They emphasize the importance of being part of something larger than oneself and how it contributes to overall well-being. The advice is to stay active in the community, participate in social events, and build relationships with others who share your interests and values. 5. Personal growth and fulfillment. Lifelong learning, the quest for knowledge. Continuing education, never stop learning. One of the most common pieces of advice from the elderly is to never stop learning. Whether it's through formal education, self-study, or simply staying curious, continuing to learn keeps the mind sharp and engaged. The elderly often share how they pursued new skills, hobbies, or knowledge throughout their lives, emphasizing that education doesn't stop at a certain age. The advice is to keep an open mind, seek out new learning opportunities, and embrace the joy of discovery. Pursuing passions, the importance of hobbies. Pursuing passions and hobbies is a key aspect of personal fulfillment. The elderly often share how they made time for hobbies and interests, even amid busy careers and family life. They emphasize that hobbies provide an outlet for creativity, relaxation, and personal growth. Whether it's painting, gardening, writing, or playing an instrument, the advice is to find what you love and make it a regular part of your life. Spiritual and emotional fulfillment, the inner journey. Finding purpose, the ever-evolving quest. Finding purpose in life is a journey that evolves over time. The elderly often speak about how their sense of purpose changed as they moved through different stages of life. Early on, it might have been about career success or raising a family, while later in life, it might be about giving back or leaving a legacy. The advice is to regularly reflect on what gives your life meaning and to pursue it with passion and dedication. Spiritual practices, the role of faith and reflection. For many, spirituality or religious faith plays a significant role in their lives. The elderly often share how their spiritual practices provided comfort, guidance, and a sense of peace throughout their lives. Whether through prayer, meditation, or religious rituals, they emphasize the importance of nurturing the spirit alongside the mind and body. The advice is to explore what spirituality means to you, find practices that resonate, and make them a regular part of your life. Legacy, what we leave behind. Creating a legacy, building a life that matters. As one nears the end of life, thoughts often turn to the legacy one will leave behind. The elderly often speak about the importance of building a life that matters, not just for oneself, but for future generations. This might involve raising a loving family, contributing to one's community, or creating something that will outlast you, such as a business, a work of art, or a charitable foundation. The advice is to think about how you want to be remembered, and to take steps to build that legacy today. Storytelling, passing down wisdom. One of the most cherished aspects of legacy is the stories we pass down to the next generation. The elderly often emphasize the importance of sharing life experiences, lessons learned, and family history. Whether through writing memoirs, recording oral histories, or simply telling stories around the dinner table, the advice is to make sure that the wisdom gained over a lifetime is passed down to those who come after you. 6. Advice for younger generations. Perspective on time. A long-term view. One of the most significant pieces of wisdom from the elderly is the importance of taking a long-term view of life. When you're young, it's easy to get caught up in the immediacy of the present. But those who have lived long lives know that life is a marathon, not a sprint. The advice is to be patient, to understand that things take time, and to focus on long-term goals rather than short-term gratification. Adapting to change. Embracing the inevitable. Change is a constant in life, and those who have lived through multiple decades have seen more than their share of it. The elderly often speak about the importance of being adaptable, whether it's in response to personal challenges, technological advancements, or societal shifts. The advice is to be flexible, to embrace change rather than fear it, and to continually seek new opportunities for growth and improvement. Intergenerational relationships. Bridging the gap. One of the most rewarding aspects of aging is the opportunity to build relationships with younger generations. The elderly often emphasize the mutual benefits of these relationships, where younger people can gain wisdom and perspective, and older people can stay connected and engaged. The advice is to foster these relationships, to be open to learning from those younger than you, and to share your experiences in a way that is meaningful and relevant. The gift of experience. The wisdom gained over the course of 80 years is a gift that can guide us in our own lives. From finances to health, from relationships to personal growth, the lessons learned over decades of living offer invaluable insights. Elders teach us that life is complex, full of ups and downs, but also rich in opportunities to learn, grow, and improve. As you reflect on the advice shared in this video, consider how these lessons can be applied to your own life. What changes can you make to improve your financial situation? How can you prioritize your health and happiness? What steps can you take to build stronger relationships and find personal fulfillment? Remember, it is never too late to learn, grow, and make changes that will lead to a more meaningful and rewarding life. Wisdom comes from living a long and fulfilling life. This content is based on the experiences of people who have lived through decades of change, offering timeless advice on how to navigate life's complexities with grace, humility, and wisdom. Whether you are just starting out or have come a long way, these lessons can help you build a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more life experience videos.